I made a promise that there will never be a reason for us to get a divorce. We will work through whatever.
Will Smith and his wife Jada Pinkett Smith have been lying to the public for years, and Jada has finally revealed some surprising information about her marriage to Will Smith that they've been keeping a secret from the public.
From the year 2016, which is 7 years ago now,
Yes.
y'all have been...
In an interview, she revealed that they actually have been separated for the past 7 years.
Jada Pinkett revealing they've been living completely separate lives since 2016.
So they got married back in 1997, but have been apart since around 2016. And she mentioned that they are still figuring out what will happen to their marriage going forward. So they're kind of like in limbo right now.
Still trying to figure out between the two of us how to be in partnership.
Jada spoke about this in more detail during an interview on NBC News, and she explained that by 2016, they were both tired of trying to make their marriage work.
Jada Pinkett Smith drops a bombshell about her marriage to Will Smith.
And they had certain expectations of each other that just didn't match reality.
By the time we got to 2016, we were just exhausted with trying, still stuck in our fantasy of what we thought the other person should be.
And in her book now, Jada Pinkett Smith, she's describing her separation from Will Smith as similar to a divorce, even though they haven't officially filed for divorce. And this is what she specifically wrote. She said, "It was not a divorce on paper, but it was a divorce."
Yes.
It was not a divorce on paper,
Right.
but it was a divorce.
Wow, so it sounds like literally their marriage is absolutely done, but they're just trying not to go through the legal proceedings of a divorce because maybe they have legal issues that could come up, or trying to split assets and all of that is just could get messy. So they're just trying to, figure stuff out without actually getting the divorce on paper. Jada also did admit that yes, she did consider getting a legal divorce, but she couldn't really go through with it. And yeah, something just tells me that it's just too much headache to actually go through a legal divorce with them. That's why they're just trying to avoid it. Jada also did mention that she made a promise to Will Smith that she would never give him a reason to divorce her, despite admitting that she had an affair with the singer August Alsina back in 2020. And also when Jada broke that news about her affair with August Alsina,
I got into an entanglement with August. That's what I said.
Will Smith implied that he also had affairs with other women too.
It's easy to love somebody if they do everything you want. The only way that you can get to the other side.
Now, we have known for a while that they have had an open relationship, but who knew that they were actually divorced, so to speak. All this news, by the way, comes as part of Jada's current book tour, where she's discussing various challenging subjects that she's had to face in her life. And this includes, of course, her relationship, as well as her struggles with depression and despair, which started when she reached about the age 40. And she also reflected on her life, and this is what she had to say. "On paper, everything seemed wonderful. I had a beautiful family, a superstar husband, a luxurious lifestyle, fame and fortune." But then she went on to admit, "I've fallen into despair and wanted to be on this earth less and less." Jada did have a pretty difficult upbringing in Baltimore, and this was actually marked by her mother's addiction and her father's alcoholism. And because of all of that turmoil, she turned to a drug dealer while in high school. Now, in her autobiography, she revealed that she later learned that she was dealing with complex trauma with PTSD and disassociation during her adulthood. And by the time she turned 40, she was in deep distress, although she hadn't yet received an official diagnosis, making it very challenging for her to actually with her trauma. She knew she was dealing with something, but she didn't really know what it was, and it all stemmed from her childhood and her upbringing through high school and early adulthood. Jada had wrote that she had, quote, "followed the rules we're told to follow. You work hard, make sacrifices for those you love. The rules tell you, be a doting mother and a doting wife. Do the work required and life turns into paradise. Nope, A loving relationship, harmony, peace, that happiness had yet to be delivered. I guess time will tell what happens with Jada and Will Smith. I know she's been sharing a whole lot and getting a whole lot off of her chest. Definitely she's gone through some struggles, and even though she had a glamorous superstar lifestyle, you know, behind the scenes things aren't always as they appear, and she's being really open about her struggles right now. And of course it lines up with her book release that's going to be coming out. But guys, I'm curious to know, like, what are your thoughts? Does this come as a surprise that Will Smith and Jada have been separated for some time, like pretty much divorced, as well as living separately, all of that stuff? Let me know down below in the comment section what your thoughts are about this story. And thanks for hanging out with me here in another video on FTD News. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Boom.